Something that kind of, maybe you would, but honestly, how well this is doing at the theater, like this might be a fantastic thing. But Back to the Future, everybody. Can you imagine Back to the Future as a musical on big screen? Is that exciting? Do you want to see that? It's done great in theaters. Let's talk about that in Kruse Court. So Robert Zemeckis came forward and said, because of this idea of this Back to the Future musical that is conquering Broadway right now, it's going to end in January, but it's been going on for a long time. It's been doing so well that he's like, I don't want to really touch the Back to the Future franchise. I want to maybe do this musical thing and make that happen. And so, because I'm honest, if you haven't heard about this, it's in LA right now. It's on Broadway, but the Broadway show ends, I think it's January 5th. It's not that far away. So we got a little bit of time, but not much time to check it out. But the idea would to adapt this into a movie. Would you bring back the OG cast? I wouldn't think so, but who knows? I think it would have to be something completely different in a lot of ways. But then it becomes a reboot at that point too. What is that then? We're rebooting it. Back to the Future. Yeah, we've already had Back to the Future. We've had 3 Back to the Futures plus a musical, and this musical might be a thing. They say he talked to the studio about this, and they said they just didn't get it. He said he wanted to be kind of so we can figure this out. We can make this happen. It can work really well. What happened in these musicals? Brooks stayed with the producers. If he can do it, we can do this with Back to the Future. And they're like, we don't understand. So he doesn't think it's going to happen, but he's still pushing for it. So, but it's a good thing. In the court of Kruse, do we want to see this, or should this is blasphemy? Should we not leave? Should we leave Back to the Future in the past and not touch it again? That's my question to the court of Kruse tonight. So let's go around and put people on the stand and find out what people thinks about this. Should Back to the Future, the musical, happen? Carter, I'm putting you in the stand, man. I'm going to put you on the stand. I want the truth. I want the whole truth. I want nothing but the truth. So help you, Carter James, the Nillihc Master. You promise me the truth? Oh, right, Carter. Tell me, is this blasphemy, or is this great for Back to the Future? Can it happen?
Yes, it can. Yes, it will. And the cast will say, yes, we did. But Back to the Future with Marty McFly, that's a phenomenal character. It has just been so beloved for over 40 plus years. And I'm pretty sure if they turn this into a musical, imagine what they'll do for Marty McFly, with his insane Converse sneakers and his badass guitar and amps in the background blasting. I can definitely see that coming to fruition. And I'm pretty sure they'll have a phenomenal audience amped and stamped to see, hear, and want more.
Would it be original cast or a new cast?
It would have to be an all-new cast, given the circumstances of the OGs. I just feel like it's time for a new generation of cast members who are ready to bring Back to the Future to life.
Man, I think it could, and you're right. It might have to be new people. Maybe that could work. But it'd be I don't know. I feel like they're going to do something with this franchise. They're going to do something with this, Carter. Honestly, the success from this musical is so big. I think the studios will eventually be like, oh yeah, let's make this happen. Because everybody sees the money. Everybody sees the money. That's all it all comes down to. So Carter thinks that it's going to happen, and you'd watch it, huh, Carter? You go to theaters to see this?
Absolutely, I would. In a heartbeat, man. Absolutely.
We talking about 3 movies? We do 3 Back to the Future movies, Carter? 3 musicals?
In today's world and universe, never say never.
All right, Carter says it's good to go, gonna happen, and money's there, so why not, Angela? That's the question.
Brian, you're showing us the happy golden rainbow multiverse that's in front of us, the one where there exists not one Back to the Future musical, but there's a series of them. I want to subscribe to this golden world that you're positing here.
We're trying to put some spin, some happiness, some happy sunshine, people out there,
yeah.
and clear up on that rainbow.
Hanging up with Snoop Dogg too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, smoking some of that good old Snoopy Snoop.
That's his sneaky snack.
That's his snickety snack for sure. I'm not saying you are, Mike. I'm not saying you are.
It kind of sounded like it. I was like, where did this come from? But okay.
That's what Peppy does.
You know how we do. The Pepestar lifestyle is not a game.
It's not a game, Peppy. It's not.
From the other dog in the house here.
It's very hey, that's all I'm saying. It's very true. That's all I'm saying.
I'm looking for a job, and I'm reasonable with the pay. But you gotta throw in some snickety snacks. That's a must. That's gotta come in on the back end, buddy.
Stop pitching yourself, man. I keep telling you, man. We're live right now. You can't be pitching yourself for jobs. It's not
Peppy.
LinkedIn.
Peppy, come on, like plugs at the beginning of the show and plugs at the end of the show. Like throwing them in at the middle is like, it's good.
That's
That's
right.
Brian's show, is all I'm saying.
That's why I tell him too.
Ain't nothing wrong with the sniffing of a butt.
Oh,
You get me every time. You're right about that one, Peppy.
I
To each
slept
their
through
own,
it.
guys. To each their own.
That
I know,
shit
I know.
has me cracking up. Makes me laugh my ass off.
Okay, Peppy. Angela, what do you think about Back to the Future? We're gonna get to you now. Carter says that yes. Back to the Future musical. Give him 1, give him 2. He'll take 3. He's going back in time. I'm putting you in the stand, Angela. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Is this gonna happen? Do you foresee this in your crystal ball? Back to the Future, the musical on the big screen. I want the truth.
Yeah.
Not at all, huh?
No. I mean, if it was made, I'd go. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes the musical stuff burns me out. It just depends on like what it is, or like I can only handle. I mean, I like music, but there's only so much of it I can kind of take. I'm not a huge musical buff. I like more of the movie. I mean, I like certain ones, but I just feel like if there's already been like 3 or a couple, I think maybe we're good on that one for now. Like of Broadway shows, maybe let's just make a normal like movie. But I don't know. That's my opinion. I would rather go watch a regular movie versus just people like singing and dancing, and I don't know. I just can't do the whole like La La Land thing and stuff. I just get distracted and I move on. It's just not always my fault.
You'd rather have like the reboot to Back to the Future, just it's on its own, huh?
Maybe like something, yeah. Like I don't know. Like I just feel like it could do a musical. It's just my attention span would be like, I don't think I'd be able to. But I think for people, I mean, I think it could be a mixed bag. I don't know if it would like it. Like I feel like I always revert back to the Joker, like how just terrible that movie turned out to be. Even the actors were great. The story's wonderful, it's great, but it's like, I don't know, at the end of the day, it just didn't do well, right? Like people were like, oh, like it was a snore. But I mean, maybe this wouldn't be, but I don't know. Just my take on musicals in general, like a lot of them just tend to be kind of like, like just, sure, there's some dancing and, I can handle some songs here and there, but I just can't, for the whole like 2 hours, I can't do it.
Yeah, and look what happened with your thing, Joker. You're right. Did happen with Joker? Queen said that too. It's like musicals bombing.
I just wanted to hear them talk and have like an actual dialogue, like dialogue, not just like singing every 5 seconds. It was just too much for me. So on this one, I think I'm going to take a pass. But if they make it, great. Let me know if you like it. I probably won't go see it, but cheers.
All right. Angela's not sold out. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'll let you know if they make it. I'll go see it. I'll let you know. I'll be your guinea pig. I'll keep you posted. I'll make sure that Thirsty Daddy goes too, because he's ready to go back in time right here. You ready for this, GR? You're going to see some Back to the Future on the big screen, GR, in a musical form. I want the truth, GR. I want the truth from you, man. Back to the Future musical. Can it tell?
How about no? I mean, come on. I mean, the Joker we know is terrible because they told him to be terrible. And even though they told him to be good, this isn't a musical story. It's about a kid that travels in time in a car. Come on, it's not a musical. They're not going to make 3 of them. Hell, if they make one, it'll be a shock.
Yeah. It did have like music like Johnny Be Good or Johnny Be Bad. Johnny Be Bad. Right? Johnny Be Bad?
Johnny Be Good. Come on, get the song right.
Johnny Be Bad was a wrestler. That's what it was. It's my wrestling name.
This is your cousin, Marvin Berry.
That was one scene in a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, go back in time.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys see it. You gotta get back in time.
As one of our viewers said, they were touching a guy having sex with his mother, for Christ's sake. Want to make that into a musical?
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
He makes a very solid point there. He makes a very solid
You
point.
don't have to frame it like that. I mean, it's a story beat for sure, but I get the question.
Mike. I'm just making a one of our viewers made the comment, not me.
100%.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So, Mike, I'm going to go over to you now. I'm putting you on the stand. Do you think we got kind of a split court right here right now? Do you think this works? Do you agree with Carter or do you agree with GR and Angela? Can this work? I want the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So up you, Mr. Mike. I'll put you on the stand.
I swear, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I don't know. Back to the Future is such a perfect movie, Brian. Like, there's a part of me that doesn't want to screw with it. But then I look at, like, Back to the Future 2, and they just repeated the same movie, and it was great. And then Back to the Future 3, and they screwed everything up, and it was also still great. These comments, the Zemeckis really wants to do this. He loves it. He says, like, if I can convince them to give me the money, I will make this. Even after so many years of being like, no, there's no more sequels, we don't need it. He did say, if Universal will give me the money, I will make the sequel. And yet, he also said, they're not going to give me the money. There's no way in hell. So I don't know what's so much more to be said beyond that. Like, if I really do wish, Brian, you said that the show is still playing.
The show,
in
and it's
Los
doing
Angeles
fantastic right now until January.
Did you go see it?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna go see it.
Get the fuck over there, Brian. You're gonna go see it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. It's also on Broadway still too, so it's in New York and it's here. They've been going
a little while,
so they've been going back and forth. But I'm excited about it, man. I want to see it. And if that's doing well, though, Mike, that's the question. If that does so well, do you think that the studio heads could change their perception on this?
Yeah, I feel like agreeing with that, saying, yeah, the studio heads are gonna go ahead and, I mean, obviously nostalgia is massive, but Your Honor, no, come on, it's ridiculous. It's not gonna happen.
Not buying it. Oh man, it's 3 against 1, Carter, and and I get that. I kind of feel like I kind of agree with Carter here though too. I kind of think that this could happen. I think the money does well, the play does well. It's a whole different concept for you. You don't have to touch the old one, but you do. It's easier to bring in new cast, and like Carter said, I think this is a money grab for them, and I think the studio has received to see the cash. And when they see the cash, then it's gonna happen. I mean,
I hope it does. I want to see it.
Yeah, I would check it out. But unfortunately, in the court of Kruse, everybody, I gotta say, overall, we're not sold it's gonna happen. Not sold it's gonna happen. Zemeckis says no, the studio doesn't want to do it, the money could be there, but it's not there, and the play is doing great, but based off our court here, we don't think it's gonna happen, guys. So excited about it, let us know. But I don't think Back to the Future. I mean, I still think there's a chance. Again, always follow the money. That's what they do. And even if things are like shitty, they still reboot that and remake them and bring them back to the screen. And they put money into like a lot of bullshit a lot of times, and it still makes money. Or they just try shit. It's like, and why would that stop them from touching this franchise? They've stopped for a long time, but it could still happen.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.